Oh, what's up, guys? I'm sure by now you've watched a lot of Mace PvP tutorials, but they are all too hard. So that's why in this video, I'm gonna be doing a full beginner guide to Mace PvP from zero. Watch till the end and you'll be a pro. First, you wanna create a new world in creative mode. So first of all, you wanna grab wind charges, just wind charges. So the first of all you need to learn is to use wind charges. I'm gonna show you. First is a normal wind charge which elevates you a bit. Then you can combine it with jump, and the most efficient is crouch, jump, and wind charge. So it will look something like this. Practice it in your worlds. Crouch, wind charge. Crouch, jump, and wind charge at the same time. And once you master it, you also need to learn wind charge in movement. Like this, you'll go running, look down, jump, and do it. So that way, you can hit targets from far away. So now, let's get more into Mace wind charging. Here you have a wind charge, and you wanna go and try to hit it with the mace. Don't spam with the mace because it has a very long cooldown. But that way you practice the aim. So let's and also practice wind charge moving. You can do this all in creative. Your mace should have a wind burst, so you know if you hit it right. If when you hit it, you elevate, you did it good. The spear is not needed for this game mode, so let's just keep on going. Now I'm gonna show you Elytra wind charging. So let's grab some stuff we will need, like this. We also will need pearls. And Elytra. Do you wanna keep your Elytra? Wait, I'm gonna put in survival. Okay. So now that you are flying, I'm gonna show you some Elytra tricks. First of all, in a fight, if you are low on health, you are gonna wanna, the beginner's thing is to wind charge and then Elytra and then start eating like this. So, like this. Wind charge and then Elytra and you start eating. And then the next technique is this. You need to be with your Elytra, look down, and then up. Like this. This is how it looks in first person. And that way you gain mobility. Now I'm gonna show you pearl catching. And then we'll dive in more into the Elytra. For pearl catching, you need your elytra equipped, and it basically is something I'm gonna show you right away. So it's throwing a pearl, and then a wind chart, and then you'll be in the air. And that way you gain a lot of height. I'm gonna show you how to do it. It's easy, don't worry. First of all, you wanna throw a pearl straight up and then a wind chart. And when you are in the air, equip the elytra. And that's the first step. And then try throwing a wind chart and looking up and then doing this, like this. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Don't worry. And then we'll dive into keybinds. Like this. You saw it? Okay, now let's dive in keybinds. Keybinds are a very important part of Maze PvP, especially for attribute swapping, stun slamming, pearl catching, because you need to be fast. So I'm gonna show you my keybinds. I have a video on keybind guides if you want to look it. So for the keybinds, I have the inventory with a mouse button, the extra mouse button, not the right click or left click or middle button, but you'll see. And for hotbars, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, XCV and ENR, and I'm gonna show you how to use it. And I use 5 and 4 for inventory and offhand. So you also need to organize your inventory because swapping between 3 and 4 is a bit hard, really. So let's put pearls here and wind charges there. So now you can do it way quicker. Now let's go into Elytra. You wanna, for your first exercise, you wanna go with your Elytra and go and hit a guy. Oh no. Oh, another man. Look, we wanna practice it with the mobs. Yeah. Oh no, I died. So I'm gonna put myself in creative. Okay, so let's grab a mace. Or you know what? Let's just fly where I died. So for Elytra, let's dive into it. There are just some stuff to master. It's not that hard, really. I'm gonna show you. Look. There we go. And now I'm gonna dive into technical stuff. First, enchantments. There are two enchantments for the mace that are different. Breach and density. Breach overpasses the armor and is better for ground hits. For example, right now. But we're gonna dive into that at the end of the video. And density hits the farther you fall. So with light rust, you're gonna wanna keep the elytra. I'm gonna go into Bible. And remember to heal constantly. These are all the basics. And for elytra, just equip your elytra, go to someone, and mace them. You need to master it, but it's not very important in early mace PvP. I haven't mastered it yet, but I'm pretty good. So at the start of Mace PvP, if you're a beginner, you just want to master wind charges and your aim. And now let's go to a more difficult stuff. Attribute swap. Attribute swap is when you use the cooldown and damage of one item and the enchantments of another. Here's an example. Attribute swap does a lot of damage and can be used for reach and density. To do it, you are gonna wanna start with your sword and as you hit, put the mace and roll back to the sword like this. So that way the cooldown of the mace you can stop it. An attribute swap is very important. It deals a lot of damage. So here's an example of a hit with attribute swap. And a hit that doesn't have. Usually you have to wait for the cooldown. But instead you could just go bam. And that's all the basics you need to know. Now I'm gonna show you more. If you want to practice, I'm gonna show you the full Mace PvP kit. Let's start. Stand slamming is very important, but for beginners, I don't recommend mastering it just yet. First, you need netherite armor. So I'm just gonna upgrade my armor. So let's go. You need netherite armor with rot 4 and feather falling 4. And you will also need 2 maces. First I'm gonna upgrade my armor and show you the mace kit. Here it is. You will need pots, but pots for beginners it's not important. You want an axe and sharpness 5 and breaking 3, density, um, reach, and a shield. So look, you also want an anvil to enchant. Right here, I'm gonna put it. And later I'll dive in on mods to use. So first of all, you wanna enchant your sword and axe with sharpness and unbreaking 3. And you wanna add wind burst and breaking 3 to the maces. And one density 5 and the other one reach 4. You will also need wind charges, pearls, elytra, shield, and golden apples. And that's your Mace PvP kit. They will give it to you like this. Like this, I think. So here's what I do. When I start the match, first of all, I change this. So you wanna have your density mace in 3, gaps here, ender pearls here, and this here, the elytra here, and this right here. So that way attribute swap and stun slamming is easy. Um, pearl wind charging is easy. And you're gonna wanna go and save this hotbar right here. And just go practice wind charging and mastering it. Now I'm gonna dive into mods. I use Uku's armor hat to display my armor, and I use durability viewer also to see all the durability it has left. And that's basically all we need for PvP. I use Modrin. I also recommend installing Fabric and Ukulip, or if not, the mods won't work. And this works in any server you want. So just go and practice this in your worlds. And then you can dive into real fights. Like right now. I'm gonna go into PvP club for a fight and I'm gonna show you. You wanna quick to Mace and here's how to do it. Let's start organizing the inventory. And I always start like this to gain height. I'm sorry for my graphics. And try not to waste that much resources. And always stay healed. But don't install many mods, cause if not this will happen. Well, basically, bridge swapping is the same as density swapping. Remember to heal. Right on. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching until the end and practice a lot and you'll get a lot better.